Alrighty guys, we are on day 2 of trying to get this 65 Ford Galaxie 500 to run, or it does run. I've just got to find the no crank, no start issue. Now I think it's just electrical connection with the starter. It's rusted really bad. I noticed in the pictures I was looking at last night. So we're going to drop another battery in and just see if that fixes our issue. That's a nice weight reduction. That's just, yeah, it just lets the battery breathe better. That's okay. Came like that. Well, I've been looking for an excuse to get into welding. Oh my god. That's... I wonder if they just had a battery lucid in here, because everything else looks rock solid. Ooh, a wasp nest. How pleasant.
Not 100% sure this battery's going to work because it was dead when I pulled it. But when I checked the other day, it was showing 12 volts, so it may not be bad. But I'm not 100% sure one way or the other. And you ain't got nothing to sit on there either.
No, I noticed that when I pulled it. It's got that little weight reduction on it.
Yeah, probably should. There's an up and a down on that if you didn't know that. Okay, now hit it, Dylan.
Nothing. Okay, so I figured it's time for a little break, so I stopped, ate some chili dogs, went up to the parts store, got a few things. Just to summarize what we just went through, my neighbor stopped by, helped me look at it. Alright, so basically, just to summarize, I had a neighbor stop over, help me look at some things. We chased down some of the wrong ghosts, but we did find some stuff. Basically, I had a little electrical doodad that says, I'm not going to start no matter what you do to me. No matter what, I ain't cranking. And he helped me see that's what that was, and we corrected that. Now it's back to cranking like it was yesterday. He said when he was looking at it, playing with the carb, he said it feels like it's got a serious vacuum leak, which wouldn't be surprising. It's probably got some super old hoses that need replaced, which is actually what we're going to do now. I went and got some more 3/8 because when we were looking while it was running a little earlier, I had some fluids everywhere. I got some cracked stuff. I'll show you that here in a second. Kind of hard to see because you don't have any lighting in there, but I've got this one coming off the radiator that is just leaking everywhere. You can see some of that gobbledygook down there. We're gonna go ahead and do that one over there too. I mean, I wanted to wait to do those. It's when I was gonna do the radiator, because that's coming really soon. This radiator is just, it works, it's just not very healthy, so trying to do some preventative stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and do those hoses today because they're leaking everywhere. Then we're gonna run it, get it clean, and then we're going to drain the oil. So let's roll. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to cut my new hose and get it ready before. So I'm going to get my professional calipers here. About that long is what I'm looking for. And we'll just give it a little buffer room, so to speak.
I like your car.
Thank you. Thank you. I just got it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and cut us up another one because that's going to be the same length. That was easy. So let's just go ahead and verify. Kaboom. And that's the same exact length, so there's really no reason to do that. Well, it's got so much oil and junk on it, nothing is seized, so that's cool. But God, that is, whoo, that is split wide open. Feel good about that. Let's go ahead and number 2 on the situation. Oh boy, this is exciting. So thanks to the knowledge of a few good neighbors, my uncle and YouTube Academy, we were able to take this car that 2 days ago was sitting in deep backwoods West Virginia, not running. It had run, it's not like it was a seized engine or anything crazy, but wasn't running. We towed it back here, and within a couple days we're able to get it going. No minimal prior mechanical knowledge. I know it does run now. Haven't moved it much under its own power yet, so we're about to find out if it can survive that. It did die when I turned the steering wheel left earlier. Hope that's not going to be an issue. Kind of bogging it down now. What if we get around that? So we're going to run it up the road, or at least try to. See what happens. Okay. Let's maybe adjust that carburetor a little bit more. Try that, and maybe make some calls. But it moved, and I have brakes. Okay, let's try again. Maybe it'll let us move. I don't know. I'm not a car doctor. Be nice to me. Let's let it heat up a little bit. I do not have turn signals. Oh, damn, we got wipers! Why do I have... Is that a... Oh, that must just be like a manual trigger? That's super weird. Clock doesn't work, unsurprisingly. That should be easy. I fool with watches a little bit. Maybe we can make that work. I believe my headlights are coming on. Hard to see through all the mucky out here. Yeah, absolutely no dash light when I go over. I can feel this air vent wants to open. Now it's opening. Hell yeah. Sweet. There's a rear vent. Another one over here. Let's open them all up. Let this thing breathe. Does my fan work? Why do you want to die and drive? Alright guys, so the plan is just keep kicking that little idler up until we can get it going, unless it starts sounding like, unless it starts sounding like it's idling excessively high. Pretty sure we do have a vacuum leak, because I feel like I'm cranking that down a little bit further than it should have to go. But I just really want to get that first ride in, and I just want to spray it down, get all this gunk off of it, and make me feel a little bit better about the project. So I'm going to fire it up. They'll close the hood. Maybe I'll put it in reverse first to see if it shuts off on me. Then I'll close the hood. Yeah, okay, so we leave the hood open for a moment. Okay, so there's a wasp in the engine bay. I'm going to have to sue the owner of this shop for hostile work environments. I cannot work around a wasp. She's a spit. Oh, come on. Come on. Let's go, baby. I don't want to back this boat up yet, so I'm just gonna pull forward. We're gonna take the long-ish way. Come on. Oh, you mother budger packaboo. Come on. Come on, you butt. Let's try reverse before we get out onto the street. Okay. Them brakes are rough. Gosh. That is exciting. God, that's exciting. We weren't doing that a little bit ago. We're just gonna let it roll on this. So hopefully, we can just pull it straight out. Now I'm not pulling straight. We can pull nothing straight. This thing is, wow, it's forever long. Alright, one more time. Try to straighten it up, then we're going to try to adjust that carb once more. Be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice. Okay, sweet! God, this thing is a boat. Woo! Man, that's exciting. Let's go idle you up one more time. You know what, honestly, I kind of feel like it's idling a little too high, so if I can't get it down the road as it is, I'm going to stop and defer to some professionals. Oh, yes! Oh, my! Oh, my God. You listen to it just drinking gas. I bet this thing's gonna get like 6 miles to the gallon. It is such a tank. It is so big. This is awesome. Oh my God, I get why people do this. This is amazing. Bro, it is moving. Whew. Need to make sure, gotta make sure it's got the distance to stop it. That's for sure. But we've probably got some pretty old brakes in here. Based off the age of the car, I'm glad I've even got brakes. You know? So we did pretty okay, man. We're moving. Please, 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 please get the hell out of the way. Thank you. This road ain't big enough for the two of us. Come on, Truckee. I need you to get out of my dang way. I hear some whining going on up there. I don't think it's supposed to be doing that. God, it's such a huge steering wheel. Man, I love this so much. This is just killing it. Absolutely no side view mirrors. Those things are useless. Holy God. Oh my word, here we go. We're just gonna do a little spray off action. don't like that idle. I'm gonna cut it off and just hope and pray it's gonna start when I'm done here. I hope it starts. But that's why we chose this little gas station, or this little washer place, because if it doesn't, people don't use this one in town as much. This one is just, we don't have the brush on this one. This is just a spray off for the guys in their mud rigs. So people usually use the one down the street with the foam brush and everything. So if we do get stuck, it's not as big of a deal. We'll probably run into somebody with the equipment to help us move it if we can't get it going. But I'm going to spray it off, make it look pretty again, and it's first ride. Let's go. Alrighty guys, I'm going to give you a quick walk around. Now that we have sprayed it down, it looks better in some areas and worse in others. Got a lot of that tree gunk buildup off of all of our metals. That's pretty sweet. All looks pretty good. Some of the paint looks really good. I mean, you can see some of the mica going on in there. Maybe the camera doesn't focus to let you see it. But some of the paint looks really good in some areas, and some other areas, right there, you know, a few on the hood. We removed some of that Mako paint job right there, but boom. We removed some of that with the power sprayer. As to be expected, windows do leak. I've got a 40-year-old van as well, so I'm not really surprised at that. I'm familiar with that. It's just one of many things that'll have to be gone through. But the exciting thing is, this thing made it here under its own power. Got washed, and it's about to, well, hopefully make it back. But the big thing is, it made it here. We know the transmission works. We know the engine works. All that fun stuff. So I'm gonna go home, pick up my fiance, see if she'd like to go for a ride, and then do the oil change. Alrighty guys, little quick review of what we've got, where we're at. Just took it out for its first drive. My battery was running low at the car wash, so I cut it off. I took it a little bit further. Took it around town, put a full tank of fresh gas in it. Now that I know it's going to be moving, it's got kind of like a pulsing issue. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like when I was slowing down, it's whoa, kind of. And it might just be the way that the carb dumps gas, the way I've got it adjusted to compensate for the fact that I've got a vacuum leak. So we're gonna start with cooling first, because I'll show you this here in a second. I've got coolant everywhere, so something's still leaking. When I got on it, it didn't seem like it wanted to get into second gear. So it might have something up with the transmission. Kind of bogged down when I would get on it. It would kind of hard to explain, just all like it was stuck or something, or and that could be related to, again, the fuel and air issue if it's not getting the proper amount, and it's maybe not giving it the power it needs to tell it to go into the next gear. I don't know. I'm guessing here, but I'm starting with what I know, and that is that the cooling ain't right. That stuff's everywhere. And then the vacuum issue, the air ain't right. So cooling and air, two major components. We'll start with that, you know, make sure the engine can continue to run without blowing itself up, and then we'll figure out the transmission. But I'm gonna go drop the oil now that everything's really good and hot, and get it some fresh dinosaur blood.